46 for agents. And in the 1990s, it got even harder to sell, and it was almost impossible after the scandal hit.
So, the scandal. To understand the scandal, you have to understand a few basic things about the different types of insurance first. Term life insurance only protects you for a certain time interval. You might die after the interval, and then, oh well, you don't get money. Whole life, it will protect you until death. The problem with this is the term life is really cheap, and people tended to invest the money they weren't spending on the rest of their insurance in stock market and things of that nature. Whole life, it sets up more or less a savings account, so no matter what happens, that money will be there when you die. Insurers, at the time of the scandal, decided that the interest that they're paying towards whole life, they were supposed to give it back to the buyers, but they tried to talk them into expensive upgrades. Well, if the interest failed, then they would not necessarily be able to afford the upgrades, and they were getting screwed. Because people were getting screwed by the brokers, they decided that they were going to sue them, and it cost millions, and that in turn hurt the case for whole life insurance as well. And on top of that, companies also started putting in policies that forced some of their agents to leave, and that they had to know more in order to sell the insurance. In short, because of the scandal, term life looked a whole lot better than whole life insurance did for a long time. Life insurance agents got a lot less commission because term life became popular, and companies employed less agents due to the new policies in place.
Snake, that goes you.
Okay. Cover of whole life. Once the internet revolution came into place, it became less necessary to have agents for the term life due to the complexity and things to that nature. Because of that, a lot more agents were getting hired for the whole life on top of that. To sell the whole life insurance, it takes a lot more agents to do so, because whole life is complex that it needs an agent to thoroughly explain it to the buyers, I guess you could call them. Term life's pitch, they said buy term and invest the difference, but because they were investing in the stock market, that became lose the difference when the stock market crashed, so that made whole life look a lot better.
So basically, in the present day, we're in an economic slump, and so term life insurance is less secure, and whole life requires more agents to form policies, and in the end, more agents are hired. I think some of our stuff did show up.
Questions?
Okay. What's the actual need for life insurance agents? What consumer needs do they satisfy that financial advisors and stakeholders or stockholders, banks can't provide for people?
Okay. Term life insurance itself is fairly simple and straightforward. It's something you can just go buy on the internet. Whole life insurance is a lot more complicated. You're talking about interest rates and basically setting up a savings account. They're going to need an insurance agent to help them set this up, get it organized, and get things rolling.
So, how is that different than someone like a financial advisor at a bank and stuff?
That is partially why some of the brokers and stuff from mortgage and bankers and stuff were moving over to life insurance at one point, because it is similar. It's just that now there's policies in place where they want more training specifically geared towards that. More questions?
Seems that's it.
I can ask them. Okay. Do you think the need for life insurance agents will continue to grow as we continue to climb out of the recession?
I would say yes, in that since the stock market crashed and people lost a lot of their money, they're looking for ways to secure their future, and investing in whole life versus term life would be a way to secure that. It's not like the money is going to go away if they make a bad investment. It will still be there no matter what.
Yes, so personally speaking, which do you choose, term life or whole life? Why?
Personally, I would say whole life just for the security. If I'm investing some money, I want it to be there when I die. I don't want it to either expire because I didn't die,